You could have the best idea in the world, the best skill, or even the best product. But if no one knows it exists, it can't change your life. That's the simple but powerful lesson behind Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Today, we'll explore how sharing your work can create opportunities that staying invisible never will. Creating something valuable is only half the journey. The other half is making sure the right people can discover it. Many people spend years improving their skills, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal their work. They believe they need to become experts before anyone deserves to hear from them. Austin Kleon completely disagrees. He says, you don't need to become famous. You don't need to become the best. You simply need to become findable. And the internet has made that easier than ever before. Whether you're an artist, entrepreneur, teacher, student, researcher, or YouTuber, your work deserves a chance to be seen. But that only happens if you're willing to share it. The first lesson is simple. You don't have to be a genius. Many people think successful creators are born with extraordinary talent. But behind almost every successful person is a community of people who inspired them, challenged them, and helped them improve. Austin calls this Scenius, a scene of creative people working together. Instead of trying to become the smartest person in the room, become someone who contributes. Share ideas. Support others. Learn from people ahead of you. Help those behind you. The internet has removed many barriers. Today, anyone can become part of a global creative community simply by participating. Success grows much faster when you stop competing with everyone and start connecting with them. The second lesson changes the way we think about creativity. Don't just share the finished product. Share the process. Most people only see the polished result, a completed painting, a published book, or a successful business. But what they really enjoy is seeing how it all came together. What inspired you? What challenges did you face? What mistakes did you make? When people watch your journey, they don't just admire your work. They begin to trust you. Showing the process makes your work more relatable, and it reminds others that success is built through trial, error, and persistence, not perfection. Next comes one of the most practical lessons in the book. Share something small every day. Notice that Austin doesn't say to create something extraordinary every day. He simply says to share something. It could be a lesson you learned, an interesting idea, a useful resource, a sketch, a photograph, or a small improvement in your project. One post won't change your life, but hundreds of thoughtful posts over months and years will build something much more valuable, your reputation. People don't usually trust someone after seeing them once. Trust grows through consistency. Small efforts, repeated every day, eventually produce extraordinary results. One of the smartest ideas in the book is to become a documentarian instead of a content creator. Many people struggle because they constantly ask, "What should I post today?" Austin suggests a different question. What did I do today? Document your work. Take photos while you're working. Write down ideas before you forget them. Record lessons you've learned. Capture your experiments. Your daily work already contains valuable content. You don't need to invent stories. You simply need to pay attention to the stories you're already living. For YouTubers, teachers, researchers, business owners, and students, this habit alone can solve the problem of never knowing what to post. The author also encourages us to remain endlessly curious. Don't limit yourself to one field. Read books outside your profession. learn new skills, explore different subjects. The most creative ideas often come from combining knowledge from different areas. A scientist inspired by art, an engineer interested in psychology, or a teacher learning filmmaking, all have a unique perspective that nobody else can copy. Your curiosity becomes your competitive advantage. The more you learn, the more original your ideas become. Another powerful lesson is, teach what you know. Many people think they must become experts before teaching others. Austin says that's not true. Teach what you've just learned. Explain concepts in simple language. Share the mistakes you made so others can avoid them. Teaching doesn't only help your audience, it also deepens your own understanding. The best teachers aren't always the people with the most knowledge. They're often the people who explain difficult ideas in the simplest way. Of course, sharing your work publicly also means facing criticism. Some feedback will help you improve. Some will simply try to discourage you. Austin reminds us that not every opinion deserves your attention. Learn from thoughtful criticism. Ignore personal attacks. If you allow every negative comment to stop you, you'll never finish anything meaningful. Every successful creator has critics. The difference is that they keep creating anyway. The book also addresses something many creative people struggle with: earning money. Some believe making money from creativity means selling out. Austin argues there's nothing wrong with getting paid for work that genuinely helps people. The problem isn't earning money. The problem is abandoning your values for popularity or profit. Build a business. Sell your products. Offer your services. But stay authentic. A creative career should be both meaningful and sustainable. Finally, Austin ends with perhaps the most important lesson of all. Stick around. Many people quit far too early. Not because they aren't talented, but because they don't see immediate results. Building an audience takes time. Building trust takes time. Building a career takes time. Every article you write, every video you publish, every lesson you share adds another brick to your reputation. People may ignore you today. They may overlook you next month. But if you continue creating and continue showing your work, opportunities begin to compound. Consistency is often the greatest advantage you can have. So, what's the biggest lesson from Show Your Work? In today's world, creating great work is only part of the equation. The people who create opportunities for themselves are the ones who are willing to share what they're learning, show how they work, teach others, and remain consistent over time. You don't need to wait until you're perfect. You don't need thousands of followers. You don't even need permission. Start with what you know. Share what you create. Keep learning. Keep improving. And most importantly, keep showing your work. If you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who has amazing ideas but is still waiting for the world to discover them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next book summary.